Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sopia Azzahra from class 4C. In this video, I will present my learning planning portfolio, specifically a lesson plan designed for English language teaching at phase F, grade 11. The lesson focuses on news item text with environmental issues as the main topic. The lesson is designed to develop students' listening and speaking skills through authentic learning activities. In this slide, I will present the lesson. This lesson is intended for grade 11 students in phase F. The topic is news item text, particularly about environmental issues, and the lesson is allocated for 2 learning periods or 2 times 45 minutes. I selected environmental issues because they are closely related to students' daily lives and can increase their awareness of current global challenges. Through this topic, students are expected not only to learn English but also to become more aware of environmental problems around them. Next slide about learning objectives. There are 3 learning objectives in this lesson. First, students are able to identify the main ideas in spoken text. Second, students are able to identify the structure of the news item text. And third, students are able to orally retell information related to environmental issues. These objectives are aligned with the learning outcomes of phase F, which emphasize students' ability to understand spoken information and communicate ideas effectively in English. And next slide about teaching approach and instructional design. In this lesson, I choose the communicative genre-based approach. I choose this because it combines the understanding of text genres with meaningful communication activities. Students are not only expected to learn the structure of a news item text, but they are also encouraged to use English actively through discussions and oral presentations. To support this approach, I use authentic materials in the form of BBC or CNN news video. Authentic materials provide real examples of language use and help students connect classroom learning with real-world situations. The lesson is also student-centered and collaborative because students work together to analyze information and reconstruct the content of the news. Next is learning media. Several learning media are used in this lesson. The first is a laptop and projector to display learning materials. The second is PowerPoint, which helps present important information and vocabulary clearly. The third is authentic news videos from BBC or CNN. These videos are used as the main listening material. The last is a worksheet or LKPD, which guides students in identifying the main ideas and important information from the video. I selected these media because they support multimodal learning and can make the learning process more engaging and meaningful for students. Next is the teaching activities. The teaching activities are divided into 3 stages. In the pre-activity stage, the teacher greets the students, leads a prayer, and asks brainstorming questions related to news and environmental issues. In the while activity stage, students watch an environmental issue from news and identify its main ideas. After that, they analyze the structure of the news item text. Then they work in groups to discuss the information and orally retell the news. These activities reflect the stage of the communicative genre-based approach, namely building knowledge of the field, modeling of the text, and joint constructions of the text. And finally, in the post-activity stage, students and the teacher conduct reflections and summarize the lesson. And after the activities, the lessons include three types of assessment. First, diagnostic assessment is conducted through oral questions at the beginning of the lesson to identify students' prior knowledge. Second, listening assessment is conducted through the worksheet or activity. This assessment measures students' ability to identify the main ideas and important information from the news video. And third, speaking assessment is conducted through a performance task. Students present and retell the news orally in groups. These assessments are designed to measure both listening comprehensions and speaking performance, which are the main skills targeted in this lesson. To conclude, this lesson plan is designed to help students develop listening and speaking skills through authentic news material and meaningful communication activities. Through this project, I learned that effective lesson planning requires alignment between learning objectives, teaching activities, and learning media, and also assessment. I also learned how the communicative genre-based approach can support students in understanding and producing language in more meaningful way. I think that's all for me. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.